What's up, everybody? So we are back with a continuation of Twitch's case here. So basically, I want to talk about this today because we've already been over. I already told y'all the dreams I had, what God told me about his case, the big picture message with bafflement, and the fact that you know the White House had put bafflement up there after Twitch's passing and all that stuff. So if you haven't seen those videos, go back and watch. Again, thank you to all the new subscribers and future new subscribers here. Remember, we do everything from a spiritual aspect because that's how you get all the answers. God knows all, he sees all. So I want to take y'all to a dream that I had. Again, I got to mention this because it was two meanings to this, okay? Um, the dream that the Lord gave me about the media. Now, this was 12/20/2022, and I saw news headlines of Twitch on TV, and the Lord was letting me know it was false narratives. I was irritated because it was false. I could tell it was false. Some people were saying false things, and I could tell. And I saw somebody say, "Thank you for doing this for Twitch," like in the dream on a comment. And so the Lord was letting me know that I was doing the right thing. Now, I'm going to point out to y'all one thing here. The Lord says, false narratives will lead to the destruction of the truth. False narratives have led to the destruction of my word. Okay? In the dream, you felt something was off because it was on social media. The Lord says the real will be exposed, the fake will be exposed. So he's going to tell you who the real is and who the fake is. Okay? Now, this is what he also said. Many are using spirit methods to blame Twitch's wife. That's not what's important here. We've already been over that. But he says, I have rejected this, but people are pushing it forcefully. Judgment is coming. So listen, the key word is the Lord said, in the dream, you felt something was off because it was on social media. Now, when it comes to these news articles and reporters, TMZ and other people, why are we trusting them? Because it was clear as day that when it came to TMZ, they reported Anne Heche was intoxicated with these videos. Now look, it turned out she wasn't. So what she was essentially running for her life and something was wrong with her car. But this is the same TMZ that reported Twitch's situation and has been speaking for Allison. Okay, so let me ask you guys a question. Have you seen video footage of Allison personally saying the things that have been reported? One thing the Lord told me was the enemy will do things in plain sight and don't really care to hide it all the time, especially now in the end times. So what's in plain sight, you guys? The dream he was telling me wasn't just about the big picture. It was about the fact that we have it right in front of us, the news articles, TMZ, all these people reporting literally in front of us. Don't take it for what you want to. Don't look for what's hidden. Look for what's already in plain sight that will lead you to the hidden. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Okay? And that's what we're going to be doing today. All right? So let's jump into this. Okay, you guys. So this is where college English classes have paid off for me. And the Lord always taps into what I've been experiencing to help me with certain things, and this is one thing. Pay attention. Remember, there are different styles of writing, and this is going to be very important to this whole video. So be patient. All right? We're getting there. Now, there are three types: ethos, pathos, and logos. Logos is more of a logic type of standpoint. So saying something like 2 + 2 = 4, that's a fact. 2 + 2 = 4, okay? Ethos appeals to the speaker's status or authority. So giving the audience more reason to trust them, whereas pathos is more of an emotion, trying to make the audience feel angry or sympathetic. It says on the 14th, 6:37 a.m. His passing was on the 13th, announced around in the morning around 11:15. So not even 24 hours after this man's passing, here goes TMZ. First red flag. DJ Stephen Twitch, boss. Ellen's DJ dead at 40 by suicide. Ellen heartbroken. Ellen heartbroken? Why not his wife heartbroken? That's his wife, Allison. But it's Ellen heartbroken. So already, before anything was given out, Ellen is already heartbroken. This is your sense of pathos, ladies and gentlemen, the emotional appeal. Now, here we go. They say 9:49 a.m. Ellen pays tribute to her friend, Stephen Twitch Boss, writing, "I'm heartbroken. Twitch was pure love and light. He was my family, and I loved him with all my heart. I will miss him," and support their kids and stuff like that. Okay? And let's go down to Allison. Law enforcement sources tell us Stephen's wife, Allison Holker, ran into an LAPD station Tuesday. 24 hours, dang near after the passing. Or, excuse me, 24 hours after him leaving. She ran frantically because she said Stephen had left home without his car, something that was not like him at all. We're told a short time later, around 11:15 a.m., paramedics got a call for a medical emergency at an LA hotel, and they found Stephen there dead from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Holker tells TMZ, remember, Holker tells TMZ, Stephen lit up every room he stepped into. He valued family and friends and community above all else, and leading with love and light was everything to him. She continues, he was the backbone of our family and the best husband and father, and an inspiration to his fans. To say he left a legacy would be an understatement, and his positive impact will continue to be felt. I am certain there won't be a day that goes by that we won't honor his memory. I'm going to show y'all similarities when we get to social media. But first thing we need to pay attention to is the fact that TMZ said law enforcement sources tell us Stephen's wife told them she frantically ran into the LAPD station. Okay, let's move on. You guys ready? Okay, let's go. Now, on the same day, here we go, on the same day, around 11:25 a.m., DJ Stephen Twitch Boss checked into motel one day before body found. No indication he was upset. All right. We're learning more about the details surrounding the sudden and tragic death. How are you learning more? Huh? Because last time I checked after this, they found a suicide note. So they were still looking for things. So I'm trying to figure out how y'all know all this stuff. All of it. Let's keep going. Including what those who interacted with him in the hours leading up to his suicide say they observed. Y'all just getting all the scoops all quick and stuff, okay? So, anyway, they say sources with direct knowledge tell us Stephen checked. Okay, don't play with me, phone. Stephen checked into a motel less than 1 mile from his LA home Monday morning. Okay? We spoke with motel staffers who say he didn't appear to be in any sort of distress and wasn't visibly upset about anything. We're told the 40-year-old only had a small bag with him and booked the room for only one night. Then they say Tuesday he missed his checkout. Here we go. Uh-oh. In the bathroom this time with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The staffers we spoke to said no one heard gunfire at any point during Twitch's stay, which is possible. Listen to this. The staffers say that they didn't hear anything. And then they do a dash and say, which is possible given the motel's layout. It is separate units and the structure is in a U shape. Why are you saying this? So did the staffers tell you because it was a U shape, or it sounds like it's you saying, TMZ, which is possible given the motel's layout. It's separate units and structure is in a U shape. You are supposed to be giving the details that you hear, not saying which is possible because of this. Why are you saying that? Why are you making justifications already? Ain't nobody accused nobody yet. Why are you justifying why they couldn't hear it? Why couldn't you just leave it at that? Do y'all see what I'm talking about? Then you wonder, I keep telling you, I ain't no footage of Allison saying nothing, but here they go. Did they say that? Or did you say that? Sounds like you said that. Now let's go. Here we go with Allison. Later on. Stephen's wife, Allison, was frantic when she reported her husband missing, saying it was not like him at all and that he'd left his car at home. Okay, she was frantic. It wasn't like him. Paramedics came, so y'all stand to the story. Ellen paid tribute. Y'all sticking to that story on the same day. Do y'all see what's wrong with that? That's another red flag, how they just up and said because it's a U-shape it's possible. Why are you justifying that? Why are you justifying that? We just heard about it. Ain't nobody got to accusing yet. You already justifying. Okay. Let's move to the 15th. Okay. I want to see if this is the next one. So Stephen Twitchboff's wife told cops he left unexpectedly, wouldn't answer phone. Okay. Here we go. This is the 15th at 1 a.m. DJ Stephen Twitchboff's wife was adamant with cops Tuesday morning. She knew something was terribly wrong because he'd left home without warning and stopped all communication. Now he left home, so was she at home or was she gone? See, I ran into a video where they were talking about how he would wake up in the morning to get her coffee and stuff, and she would purposely lay in bed for him to do that. So was she asleep, or were kids out of school early, or what's going on with did she take the kids to school and he left? What's the deal? What's the game going on here? So law enforcement sources tell here's another thing that just brought me to another point. So she said what she was doing, but didn't say where she was. Do y'all understand? They reported, if you hearing this from LAPD, why didn't LAPD tell you? Because they have to write detailed reports. Why didn't they tell you where she was? Where was she? Where was she? If y'all hearing from LAPD, where was she? Why y'all can't tell us where she was? I'm just saying. I mean, no details there. Tell us what y'all want to tell us. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ when Allison Holker entered a branch of the LAPD Tuesday to report Stephen missing. She stressed out how out of character Twitch's disappearance was. So let's here we go. When Allison entered a branch of LAPD, first it was she frantically ran. Now she entered. Listen. Here we go. The first one will give you a different picture. Me hearing or seeing frantically running, meaning she frantically ran in. Her entering is just her entering. That's not anything frantic about it. So today now, we talking about franticness. Or the other day we talked about franticness. Today we talking about just entering. So which one was it? Did she frantically enter or did she just enter? She ran into it frantically or did she just enter? Pick one, y'all. Okay? Reporting is narrative is very important to describing a story when we can't see. Which one was it? Now, they say she told cops he just simply left their house. There was no argument or issue and he wouldn't answer any of her calls. So when you tell me he just simply left their house, okay, again, where was she at? Y'all ain't telling us. Our law enforcement sources say they then accompanied Allison back to the family's home. They accompanied her back to so they followed her home? Did they take her home? What's the deal? What's the game going on here? back to the family's home, doing a brief check around the property for any video or clues as to where he'd gone. Again, wouldn't cops ask you where you were at the time? Why they didn't ask her? I'm not saying she had anything to do with it, because the Lord straight up told me that she didn't know he was leaving, and had she known he was leaving, she would have talked him out of it. And he told me that she didn't directly have involvement in his murder, because at this point, come on, y'all. Okay, we're told Allison was so insistent on how odd Twitch's behavior was, and officers considered listing him as a critical missing persons case. Considered. They considered it. So they just didn't do it? Why would you consider something after all those details? Why wouldn't you just say, okay, we're going to do it? Wording. However, as TMZ first reported, a 911 call came in shortly after Allison's contact with cops, saying Twitch's body had been discovered at the motel. Okay, self-inflicted gun wound. Just odd. Okay, here we go. We spoke with the staffers at the motel who said Stephen checked in Monday morning with a small bag. Staffers told us he did not seem visibly upset, and his body was discovered Tuesday. He failed to check out. Okay. So can I just bring up a point? Why couldn't they hear the gunshots? So a lot of people say, they claim it's the U-shape, but that's a bold-faced lie. I can hear gunshots from down the street. So TMZ, I don't know why you would say something like that, trying to cover up something already, but here's the deal. If there was people were trying to say it's a silencer, well, guys, why would somebody who's trying to take their own life care whether or not it's silent? Come on now, that's doing too much. Why would he own a gun with a silencer? Usually people that have silencers want to do a murder so it can be quiet. So either way it goes, this is ugly, because why would there be a silencer on a gun of somebody trying to take their life? Why? Why, y'all? Why? Because he didn't take his own life if there was a silencer. Come on now. Murders do that. Common sense. And I'm just sticking to a level where everybody else is at. I'm already way ahead, because the spirit way ahead of the physical. God already done let me know. I'm just letting y'all know what a lot of people are telling you right now, and we're clearing this up with the media. Now, here we go. This is another thing. This is another thing. All right. Stephen Twitch boss, no financial issues before suicide despite online theory. All right. Now, there's an online theory circulating that claims Stephen Twitch boss and his family were in bad shape financially at the time of his suicide. Okay, whatever. Something we're told simply isn't true. People playing detective on social media are working to figure out what may have led to Twitch take his own life. One popular theory, keep in mind, based on some of the accounts he followed on Instagram, was that he had invested heavily and lost big in cryptocurrency. That's false. Okay, y'all, that's false. So let me tell you, remember logos, pathos, ethos? Let's take a look at ethos and logos. Ethos, I told y'all, as a doctor, because I'm a doctor, I know what I'm talking about, and you can trust me. Logos, let's use the facts. This is what they did. So based off them saying people playing detective on social media are working to figure out what may have led Twitch to take his own life, they're paying attention to what we're saying. Didn't I tell y'all that God told me that that the enemy trying to use the wife to push and distract, and he's trying to push you away from that? And the dream I had about the media, they paying attention. I told y'all this, they paying attention. They telling y'all they paying attention. So they picked one of the theories, which was they knew was false, which was the financial thing. Of course he wasn't financially in bad shape. So they took it upon themselves to take the one thing they can prove false for using the logic, logos, and using ethos to show they're credible. That they didn't look at anything else. Why? Because then they know that it's not false. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. People playing detective. They're telling you, we see what you guys are doing. Trying to figure things out. Everybody calling some a conspiracy theory, huh? Little things like that, little details matter in plain sight. I told y'all they watching what you say, and they going to push narratives based off what you're thinking and what you're saying and the ideas you're giving them about his wife. Yet his wife has yet to say anything like this that they're giving. All right? Anywho, they bring up the mom, Stephen Twitch boss mom, heartfelt goodbye. Okay? So she's thanking family and friends. She says she sees the phone calls, but she can't use words. Here goes the pathos, you guys. They're using the emotional appeal by talking about his mother after bringing up using the ethos method, breaking down that theory, what we all know was not true. Come on. So they're going to give you the emotional appeal. Let's move on. So you can start to feel more sorry in that heart. Now, we are at ellendegeneres, tears up, talking about Twitch. Send love to one another. Here we go, more emotional appeal. Ellen is remembering her close friend. Really? Close friend. Stephen Twitch boss, telling people to love one another as she continues to mourn his loss. So let's take you to social media really quick of this video.
Hey, everybody. I just wanted to say the past 11 days have been really tough for everyone. Everyone is in pain and trying to make sense of it, and we'll never make sense of it. Trying to make sense of it, and we'll never make sense of it.
Okay, you guys, so let's pay attention to a very red flag here. Now, clearly she was trying to cry, water her eyes, but she wasn't. Whatever, TMZ. Thanks for trying to use more emotional appeal. Anyway, now we're on to her. Okay? We're on to Ellen. Keywords. Everyone is trying to make sense of it. We never make sense of it. What is it? What is it? Because most people are saying, I can't imagine somebody as happy as him taking his own life. So what is it? What is it? The enemy, don't play with me right now. Please stop. Don't play with me. All right? What is it? He trying to make me lose my train of thought. Y'all hear this? He trying to make, every time I do a message, why somebody, when I'm on something, why enemy always playing with me? All right? Everyone is trying to make sense of it. Of it, y'all. What is it? Murder? His passing? What is it? Why didn't you just say everybody's trying to make sense of everyone? We are all trying to make sense of it. I know, make sense of the fact that a man so loving, so pure would take his own life so happy. You know what I'm saying? She said everyone is trying to make sense of it. We never make sense of it. We never make sense of it. Of what? That's a huge red flag to me, y'all. In plain sight. She ain't even, see? Let's go to her social media. All right, December 15th. She sure didn't miss a day. I'm heartbroken. Twitch was pure love and light. He was my family. You know, that post that they put. So the 15th, she didn't spend a day. Here's another one. So you clearly see 16th, the 17th, the 19th, 7 days ago. All these posts about Twitch. All of them. She didn't miss a beat. So let's take it back to Ann Heshey. Ann said that Ellen put her on the back burner for money. She claimed that she loved her, but she didn't. So when Anne left her, do you know what Ellen said? All I know is one day she just got up and walked out the door, and I've never heard from her since. That makes it sound like she just walked out on her. That's an emotional appeal. Well, guess what? She trying to do the same thing here, because prior to Twitch's death, I didn't see no post about Twitch. If he was one of your closest friends, and all my closest friends, you know, I'm not gonna let months go by before I speak on him, especially if I'm big on social media. He was a close friend of yours. No, he was a close contracted one of yours. That's what he was, and he could not legally speak on you. So there was no mention of Twitch before his death. Now all of a sudden every day you want to talk about him, because that's what people do. Let me guide you to the enemy 101. The Lord and his verse, God's word. Satan appears to be an angel of light to deceive. So the same will go for his servants. They will appear to be an angel of light. She keeps using love and light and all this stuff. And look, a manipulative person, the enemy likes to manipulate. A manipulative person in an abusive relationship or anything like that have done something wrong, they don't care that they don't acknowledge a person till they gone. So what she's doing is manipulating everybody, trying to get that sympathy, using that pathos, trying to get sympathy on herself by posting every day to make it seem like she's just so hurt by it. You shouldn't have never did a video, because when you said everyone is trying to make sense of it, we never make sense of it. So this is the first time something like this has happened. We never make sense of these things. It? What is it? I'm just looking at plain sight what I see. What is it? What is it, y'all? All right, you guys, so this next portion that I want to cover is the YouTube videos. The Lord was like pointing me to media, so I mean in every video, every source, because there's red flags everywhere. All right, now, here's the deal. Let's jump into a video that I found. I screenshotted this, I'm just gonna read it. Stephen Twitch boss was found dead by the maid of an NCO motel on Tuesday. Okay. RadarOnline.com has learned the manager at Oak Tree Inn, who wished not to be named, okay, tells us exclusively that Twitch checked into a motel on Monday, arriving at the modest, budget-friendly facility without a car. Now, this didn't say nothing about no LAPD giving camera footage or nothing like that. So, no. How, I have not met many hotel managers, if any, at my time staying at a hotel. So this hotel manager just knew so much about him. How did you know he came without a car? Did you look at the footage? You're not saying you saw the footage. That's how you knew. You're just saying he arrived without a car. How do you know? He came in with a small bag. He doesn't need to pull up at the front. He was by himself. Listen, how would you know if he had a car or what kind of car he had? How do you know? How do you know? Because then there were reports of him taking an Uber. He didn't walk, y'all, because if he walked, he had the ability to go tell the authorities that his life was in danger. If, that was too risky. Somebody took him. So through this phone, that means he had to purchase an Uber. Where's that evidence at? Y'all wanted to show Ann Heshy driving and try to make it like she was intoxicated when she was running for her life. But where the video evidence, where the proof at of him ordering the Uber? Where the proof at in the date and the time and the payment? Where's the proof at? Where is that? Where's his phone at? He didn't walk. So if it wasn't an Uber, then somebody scooped him up and took him to the hotel, somebody involved. And if an Uber drops you off in front of the hotel, then somebody of the staffing, not the manager, somebody of the staffing that was at the front desk would have seen him enter. Don't you think? Coming out of an Uber? Hotel manager, why didn't you say anything about an Uber dropping him off? Your details are supposed to be specific when you know what I'm saying? So who lying? How do you know he didn't have a car? Okay, that's my red flag. Now, and also, the manager said he didn't come out of his room all day. There was a 24-hour time span. You have to have staffing that come in, especially at the front desk, that switches shifts. At least 2 people. Dang. So how would you know if he left his room or not if in a 24-hour span there had to have been different staffing, unless somebody worked a double? I mean, I just can't see how you would know unless you were watching him the whole day. Meaning there had to be camera footage. Where is that? Why does it take so long in these hotels for people to give out the footage to show these actual things to help your narrative? What is the problem? And when it came to Ellen, when she said we never figured these things out, why is she, and if you know somebody so well, why are you dismissing? If that was me and I know somebody for so long, I'm like, that don't sound like him. I just don't believe it. You just quick to just take it. I can't figure that out. Everybody else that didn't even know him, it's like, that don't even sound right. So you know him and you ain't, something is wrong with that. I don't care. Something is wrong with that. So you was the manager, you watching him the whole day, or did you see the footage? Where that's at? Where that's at? How would you know he was in his room the whole day? I just can't figure it out. Is this after you watched the footage or before? You looked at the cameras? Oh, please don't tell me there are cameras in the rooms. Don't tell me that. Where they at? Is there something that's wrong? Cameras shouldn't be where they shouldn't be? What's going on with that? Let's continue on. So let's talk about what they were saying about Allison, okay? They said on this video, according to reports, Allison went to LAPD on Tuesday to inform them her husband had left home without his car. She no frantically running. Everybody, it's either one or the other. She entered or she frantically ran. Okay. This is what they claim the wife said. It is with the heaviest of hearts that I have to share my husband. Stephen has left us, Holker said in a statement to E! News. A statement to E! News. She didn't say that on no social media, did she? Where? Stephen lit up every room he stepped into. I'm sure he did. Why they highlighted that, I don't know. He valued family, friends, and community above all else, and leading with love and light was everything to him. Love and light, love and light. Okay, Ellen, what you say about that? I'm heartbroken. Twitch was pure love and light. Allison, what you say? What you said? Above all else, leading with love and light. Bingo! Bingo. Love and light. Love and light. Yeah, that could be a coincidence that they both said love and light. Love and light. Love and light. Love and light. Y'all see that connection? The little things that count. Since we want to play detectives, TMZ. No, I'm not playing detective. Because when God says he's going to expose the truth, he mean it. You're playing detective. You're playing LAPD giving out their statements to the world. You're playing credible source. That's what you're playing. Halloween is gone. You can take the costume off. You are just another person like everybody else who is trying to make that money and that bread and will do anything you can to be the next big thing. Even though y'all already cover, y'all trying to get that paycheck just like everybody else. Y'all got to remember, people are behind the articles. All they trying to do is be the next big thing. Okay? She says, to say he left a legacy would be an understatement, and his positive impact will continue to be felt. I am certain there won't be a day that goes by that we won't honor his memory. We ask for privacy during this difficult time for myself and especially for our 3 children. Okay? Why would you ask for privacy but give out all these statements? So who's giving these statements? Because I haven't seen Allison do anything. Now, you're right. It wasn't a day that went by that Ellen honored his memory, trying to use that pathos for emotional appeal as a manipulator. And then she flips up and says everyone tries to make sense of it. We never make sense of it. Of what? Let's put it all together. Come on now. Common sense in plain sight. She says, Stephen, we love you, we miss you, and I will always say the last dance for you. All right. Here's another video. E.T. E.T. source. It says, Allison is beside herself, in quotation marks. It feels like she is living a nightmare, in quotation marks. Now look, they said this is the source that gave that to them that said this. A source that was close to her says, Allison is beside herself. It feels like she's living a nightmare. So, again, Allison didn't tell y'all directly that she was beside herself and it's feeling like she's living a nightmare. A source close to her. So who is a source that is close to her? That told you that. So who is reporting these things? The one that's talking all the time. The one that's been giving the tributes all the time. TMZ making big checks and paying attention, saying people playing detective. Here go People's Magazine. Here's another red flag on their Instagram. In her first social media post since the sudden loss of her husband, Stephen Twitch Boss, Allison Holker Boss shared a sweet photo with the heartbreaking caption, my one and only. Oh, how my heart aches. Full story at the link in our bio. Hold up, wait a minute, People's Magazine. I thought she gave a statement to y'all about something, or she talked to y'all about. I could have sworn that was the magazine that she gave a statement to. She said something to, right? And a lot of people saying, how is she able to talk to a magazine if she's so hurt? So why are they so surprised that this is her first speaking? If this was her first speaking, if she's been saying all these things on these magazines and media, why are they so surprised that this is her first speaking out? Why would that be a shocker to you if she's already said stuff? Oh, this is her first social media post. Whoa. Like she hadn't been given quote unquote details. Like she quote unquote haven't been getting details. Did that make sense to y'all? Why would they be surprised if she's giving you a statement? Why would, in her first media post since the sudden loss, like what? Y'all make it seem like this is a shock, but yet it's been all these articles saying what she said or what she said she did or what she claimed to do, but ain't no video evidence. How the heck you gonna and everybody trusting these media sources? Come on, y'all. Did y'all see video evidence of her saying this? Did y'all see video evidence of anything these people are saying? How did we get to this point in the world where news articles are trustworthy? I'm going to take y'all back. Allison is beside herself. It feels like she's living a nightmare. And people are going to say, well, maybe, from another source. Remember, they edit these things. They have to make sure they do certain statements a certain way to make it them get the most views and interested. So Allison is beside herself. It feels like she's living a nightmare from a source. Who? Why can't you name everybody want to go unnamed or this source or that source? Come on, can we please begin to use our common sense? How did we get to a point where we don't see video evidence or nothing? She said she wanted privacy. She wanted privacy, but speaking out. But do y'all see her? Do y'all know if she said all these things? Ellen's been putting stuff up like crazy. You see the connection with Love and Light. Do y'all get what I'm saying? We trust, well, not me. Other people trust in the sources, the same source that said that Anne Heche was intoxicated, but they said she wasn't. And tried to put up video evidence. Where the video evidence here? None of it is making it make sense. Because the Lord told me they're going to use social media to push things, and they're gonna watch what we say and then try to push it based off what people are saying. It makes the wife look terrible. She said she wanted privacy at this time. Makes no sense why somebody would want privacy but then speak to all these people. Come on now. Makes her look like she want to be in the media so badly. But then People's Magazine, oh, her first speaking out, her first post. Like, come on now. Common sense, plain sight. Don't take it for what you want to. Take it for what you see. The answers are all there. All right, y'all. So in this last little part of the video, I just want to take y'all to the dance that him and Allison did. He told us in the dance, y'all. Just look at the symbols. He told us in the dance. Straight up told us. Just what he told me about Baphomet. Look how uncomfortable he kind of looking. Focused he looking at the beginning. You saw that? How focused he looked at the camera? Giving us a certain look, like pay attention. Look at these symbols on the screen. See that? He told us. And with all this, it leads to Baphomet. Because of the look he gave in the camera. That's exactly what he told me in the dream. I'm looking at this video now. And, well, he told us the night before what he saw, just in case he didn't make it. He told us exactly what he saw in this dance. He used the thing he loved to communicate with the message. It was meant for you to see the signs. It was meant for you people to call out, oh, dang, it kind of like he was doing Illuminati signs. Maybe that's why he did it multiple times. He loved dance. And he told us through his dance, using these gestures. His wife don't even know it. You could tell she don't know. Because you could look at her face and see like the anticipation with the dance. But she didn't know. She did not know. I could tell by the look on his face and her face. Two different motives. He did it. Oh my God.